Good evening, everyone. My name is Sam, and I have the honor of being Paul's best man. For those of you that have not met me before, you'll be seeing a whole lot of me on the dance floor tonight. Now, before I get started, I should note that Paul and Allison were nervous about me giving this speech tonight, so they gave me a list of topics to stay away from. But unfortunately, I lost that list before I had a chance to read it, so here goes nothing. Today, we are celebrating not just a wedding, but the incredible journey of two people, Paul and Allison. I've had the privilege of knowing Paul for a decade now. We first met in the fall of 2013 at Beta Theta Pi, our fraternity at Indiana University. I remember the first time I met Paul. I knew that he was the definition of work hard, play hard, excelling not only in his classes, but also always being the most electric guy at every party that everyone wanted to be around. It was clear from our early days as fraternity brothers that our friendship was destined to last. Transitioning from the fraternity halls to the real world, Paul and I continued our journey together, sharing a home in Chicago with our friends Will, Joe, and eventually Josh. There is a unique bond that is formed when friends become roommates. This bond is forged by shared experiences, like moving apartments on the hottest recorded day of the summer. As if the scorching heat wasn't enough, the universe decided to throw in a couple more challenges, like Joe wrecking a U-Haul and Will forgetting the keys an hour away. Despite the chaos, Paul was able to keep a level head and keep us on track. And Allison, true to her caring nature, made sure our spirits were high after the fact. And since we were forced to move twice due to a misaligned lease, help us do it all over again the next day. Allison's presence in our lives has been a blessing. She's seamlessly fit into our close-knit group, always up for anything, whether that be movie nights, sports games, dinners, and even our favorite beer game, baseball. Her easygoing nature and fun spirit added a new dynamic to our group, and today she's not just my buddy's wife, but also a great friend of mine. Now, if you consider their backgrounds, Paul, from Los Angeles, home of the set of his first movie, Wedding Crashers, seems pretty appropriate for today. And Allison from the charming town of Jasper, Indiana, home of the Strassenberg Fest. It seems almost impossible that their lives would cross. Yet love has a way of defying all odds. Despite living just 500 feet apart at Indiana University, it took a journey of over 9,000 miles to Australia for their paths to finally intertwine. And what a journey it has been since. As we stand here today, I'm reminded that I am not the best at giving advice. More often than not, I am the one seeking advice from Paul. However, if there's one thing I could say to both of you, it's to stay true to yourselves. The authenticity in your relationship is what brought you two together, and it's what will carry you forward in this exciting new chapter. Paul and Allison, you are two of the most amazing people I know. You are caring, loyal, and easygoing, or as Paul would say, driftwood. I'm truly blessed to be a part of your lives and to witness your love story unfold. Your individual qualities are what make you great, but together you are extraordinary. So it is with great joy that I ask everyone to raise their glasses. To Paul and Allison, may your life together be filled with love, laughter, and a lot of fun. I love you both. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a warm round of applause for Sam, everybody. And next up, we have the maid of honor. Let's welcome Miss Audrey Stewart. Audrey, let's get a big round of applause.
Hello, how are we, you guys? I'm Audrey. I'm the maid of honor. I'm Allison's best friend. Can we all make some noise for how beautiful Allison looks tonight? She looks gorgeous. Can we also make some noise for how handsome the most important man in the room looks? The bartender! Give it up for the bartender! The bartender! I'm just kidding, Paul, you're hot too. Hell yeah. I love that I was given the opportunity to be Allison's maid of honor, not only because I wanted nothing more than to stand by her side on one of the most important days of her life, but to get the chance to do this speech and let her know how much she means to me. Allison and I met freshman year of college at Indiana University. Yeah, Hoosiers. We both had been accepted into the Hoosier Link program. Hoosier Links? If you Google what Hoosier Links is, it will tell you it's a guaranteed transfer admission program in cooperative partnership between IU Bloomington and Ivy Tech Community College for students who did not yet meet the academic criteria for Indiana University. Hoosier Links? But if you were to ask Allison and I what it is, we tell you it's a program for absolute shenanigans that just knew someone. Although we didn't quite get into IU yet, we'd still get to live in their dorms while we take classes at Ivy Tech. I don't know why our college thought it would be a good idea to put a bunch of kids trying to get their grades together all on the same floor within a nationally ranked party dorm, McNutt. But I'm sure as hell glad they did. I thought Hoosier Links might have been something that I would be embarrassed about, or maybe something that would just be a stepping stone into what I actually wanted my college experience to be. But honestly, Hoosier Links was, and still is, one of the best things that ever happened to me because it gave me my best friend. I kept hearing from so many people that college is supposed to be some of the best years of your life. And I can confidently tell you it was for me because of Allison. Okay, who knew flunking high school math would have led me to a program where I would meet one of the most important people in my life? That's why I didn't mind when I started flunking college math, because I was like, maybe this will lead me to someone else who's important, like a husband. But unfortunately, it does not work like that. As you can imagine, the Hoosier Link program had some wild characters, which brought Allison and I together quickly. Besides being one of the more normal people on the floor, Allison stuck out to me. She had this energy about her that lit up the Hoosier Link halls. She was kind to everyone, got along with whomever she talked to, and always seemed to just be enjoying life and laughing. I knew within the first day of meeting Allison, this is someone who I wanted to be friends with. Allison and I both had different roommates first semester. Allison's roommate was gone every weekend to visit her boyfriend at another school, and my roommate enjoyed a daily pack of cigarettes in the room, making us both smell like a walking Marlboro campaign. And I am convinced this raspy voice is from secondhand. I would always wander into Allison's room when I didn't want to be in my own. She welcomed me in each time as we got to know each other more and more. We started having sleepovers every weekend her roommate was gone. Allison's roommate at the time was very particular about her stuff, so I'd obviously sleep on top of the covers with my own pillows and blankets. But Allison would take pictures of her roommate's excessive pillow arrangement beforehand so we could set them up to look the same for when she got home. As the semester was coming to a close, my roommate got expelled, and her roommate flipped out when the yellow pillow was where the blue pillow was supposed to be. So we requested to be roommates for the following semester, and thankfully it was granted. Rooming with Allison could not have been better. Freshman year of college was shaping up to be one of my all-time favorite years of school. Every day and night seemed to be like a new adventure. Our RA ironically had narcolepsy, so while she was constantly sleeping, we made slip and slides in the hallway, nightly games of beer pong that always ended with one of our floor mates streaking, themed dance parties in the lounge, and Allison screaming that she wanted mac and cheese at 1 a.m. But when I think of my favorite memories from that year, it's not those absurd moments. It's the times where I'd be laying on the top bunk and Allison would be on the bottom and we'd just be talking and laughing for hours. We were the room that everybody wanted to be in. People would always come in to hang out and sit on the floor, and I think it's because the energy was always so good in there. The reason I think the energy was so good was because Allison always brought out the best version of me. Her soul makes me feel safe, allowing me to truly be myself. And when I can be myself, I'm at my happiest. With that feeling in mind, Allison made me realize how important best friendship is and what a best friend should look like. Obviously, life can be tough at times, and there are certain things that happen to you that you can't predict. But the reason we are able to get back on our feet and not crumble is because of the people we surround ourselves with. Allison, you are a pillar in my life, and without you, I wouldn't be able to stand as tall. Since college, our friendship has remained just as strong, and our adventures have only grown. You are also not only a pillar in my life, but so many others. You are a pillar in your friends and families, and of course, Paul's. You are a pillar for each other, and when I'm with you both, I see how strong and sturdy you guys are. Paul, I wanted to thank you. I wanted to thank you for making Allison feel safe like she makes us feel safe. I want to thank you for embracing her energy and light and making it shine even brighter. Thank you for being a best friend to my best friend. When Allison met you in Australia, Paul, I could just tell from the tone of her voice when she was talking about you, you were going to be so special in her life. I remember talking to her on FaceTime, and I wanted to see what this hype around this hot beta was. So when she brought the phone to you, you were so nervous, which I loved because it meant you cared. I've been lucky because my work has brought me to Chicago a lot recently, and Allison and I get to have sleepovers like old times, but now we've added Paul, which I love. Last night at the rehearsal dinner, for those of you who weren't there, Paul delivered the most beautiful speech, sharing his love for the people in his life and Allison. It was one of the most genuine, well-spoken speeches I've ever heard, and I actually truly mean that. You have the biggest heart, Paul, and that's all a best friend could ask for someone like you, Paul, to love her forever. I love you both a lot. At the bachelorette party, it was said many times, Allison, you were so easy to celebrate, and that's true for both of you. You both are selfless, and you deserve to be celebrated every day. And I think I can speak for everyone in this room when there's nothing better than celebrating real, true, strong love. If everyone could please join me in toasting Allison and Paul and cheersing to a love that will last forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we give one more huge round of applause for Sam and Audrey? Let's give it up, everyone. And ladies and gentlemen, dinner will be served very shortly, and first we'll have salads dropping momentarily. Thank you so much.
I see trees of green, red roses too.